IT Hero Podcast Show. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Now we are in episode 9, and in episode 9 we have someone who is really special and who is an AWS lead instructor and ex-AWS authorized instructor. And what's more interesting is this person was a college professor and turned out to be an inspiring tech tutor. And she also runs an entrepreneur. And I am super happy to welcome Shefali Arora on the show. Hi, Shefali.
Hello, Prithvi. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Great, thank you. So, give us a quick background of who you are and where you are today.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Shefali Arora, settled in Bangalore. I am AWS lead instructor and also an entrepreneur. I have my own startup and I give break to young and talented people who wants to start their career as a technical trainer.
Awesome. How is your job as an instructor actually? I'm curious to know that.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to give this. So it's really a wonderful experience to be an instructor. And being a corporate trainer, I get opportunity to meet new people every week, and that too from diverse background. So delivering tech trainings, it needs to have expertise in
Yeah,
your subject, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah, and but I think no one is perfect, and learning is a continuous process. So in a technical trainer profession, it always demands to keep yourself updated with
mhm.
latest technologies. And so I'm really enjoying it.
Awesome, awesome. That's really great to know. And the part where you say that you have to meet a diverse set of people, I think that keeps your job more interesting.
Yeah, that's true, definitely.
Great. And you are a college professor and now you are a technical trainer. Would you like us to give us a quick run through of how you transitioned from a professor to a technical trainer?
Yeah, sure. I would love to share my journey from professor to the corporate trainer. So let me start from the beginning. I started my career as a software engineer from Saturn Computers. It's a long back. And
Okay.
then after a couple of years, due to increase of family responsibilities, I planned to switch to professorship. But the first step for this is to have masters. So I started with my masters from Mumbai University, and that's after my first baby.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a bit challenging. And during my masters, parallelly, I started my professorship in engineering college.
Okay.
Yeah, and then in my previous organization, I got opportunity to teach new subjects which
Okay.
were introduced first time in university, like machine learning, cloud computing. And since then, I got interested to switch to a technical trainer role. And due to my increase of interest and inspiration, I started learning AWS by taking some personal trainings from YouTube,
Hmm.
and then in couple of months I got certified as a cloud practitioner and solution architect.
Okay.
And later I started some freelancer trainings, so I started getting requests, especially from LinkedIn network, to
Okay.
deliver the freelance trainings.
Okay.
And after a few months, you can say, I got associated with Amazon Training Partner,
Okay.
where I achieved my AWS Authorized Instructor badge. So that was really a milestone in my life.
Okay.
Yeah, and
That
then
is.
from
Uh-huh.
last couple of months, I got associated with the UK Academy and
Okay.
delivering the corporate trainings there, mostly on practitioner and architect level. Yeah, that's about my journey.
Wow. Really an inspiring journey. Honestly, Shefali, you said you were a professor and then you had a baby and then you transitioned to the cloud journey. I think balancing your
Mhm.
family and training yourself in a completely new technology is not easy. So that's a hats off to you. Good job.
Yeah, that's true. And it's also because of my family support. My husband really supported a lot. And even
Okay.
now, during my startup. He is completely supporting me in every bit. So hats off to him as well.
Great, that is awesome. Without family support, someone who's working in IT, it is not so easy. So yeah, that's it's great to know. Thank you. Now you
Yeah,
said my next question is actually related to a little bit of technical stuff. So I'd like to know, as a trainer, how would you advise someone to start their cloud journey?
I will say it doesn't matter whether you are from IT or non-IT background. And in the near future, I think lakhs of jobs are coming on the cloud because most of the companies they are migrating towards the cloud. So it's really a right time to start your journey and start taking some trainings. Like depends on your interest or which cloud platform you want to learn. It's AWS or Google Cloud or Azure. So based on your interest, there is lot of content on YouTube. You can start with Udemy trainings,
Yeah,
and after taking the trainings, especially doing hands-on, you can
mhm.
start practicing, and by this you can proceed with your cloud journey.
Great, great. So I have another follow-up question on this because you are an AWS instructor and you know the pros and cons of AWS cloud. Now, do you think AWS is easy when you compare with the other cloud vendors, Azure or GCP?
Yeah. Honestly speaking, I don't think something is easy or difficult. It totally depends on your interest and your passion to learn. So definitely, for learning a technology, a lot of efforts and hard work is needed. And if you have a passion, then you can achieve whether you find it easy or hard because you have a focus on your goal and milestone, uh,
Yeah,
and you will skip the part of hurdles or difficulties. So I will say whichever domain you will take, just focus on it and put your best efforts.
great, great. That's a very nice way of putting it. Now, you might have teached or you might have trained a lot of people. There could be one particular area where you might have a little bit of challenging, where the students take some time to grasp the concept. Is there any such tough concepts or components or services while you're teaching
Yeah,
it?
yeah, definitely. Many of the students, like when I teach AWS, so VPC, and that is a virtual private cloud, and then networking concepts, especially on IP addressing.
Yeah.
So students find it quite tough, and it's
Mm,
really challenging. So usually I always start with very basics like what is IP address, how
okay.
what it denotes, and how we read it, and then starting from basics,
Mm,
slowly we proceed with the AWS concepts on
mm,
networking.
mm,
So I feel VPC and IP addressing are the toughest concepts which people find.
mm. Got it. Got it. So networking is where we have some challenging areas. And
Right.
just to let you know, we've recently had a VPC focused podcast show. If the listeners are curious, they
Mhm.
can search the previous videos and find it. Great. Now, focusing on certificates, Shefali, how do you think is how important is certifications while learning?
Certifications, I feel they are really important, but only having a certification is not enough.
Mm,
So those who are into their cloud journey always remember doing hands-on, doing more practical, always help you to deep dive.
yeah,
So as per my opinion, certification is definitely needed because it's give a validation to your knowledge,
yeah.
but it's not a limit. So keep on deep dive with your knowledge skills.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. So this is something that all the guests for until now has been stressing and focusing on because certifications people give a lot of efforts on certifications, but more time and effort should be put on hands-on how things work. We have to get our hands dirty. So that's why
Yeah.
we need to have certifications along with practical knowledge. That's good. answer. Now, uh, since you focused on hands-on, I think we'll now shift gears and move on to do a demo. And for the audience, we're going to do a demo on billing dashboard and cost explorer and budget. Shefali, could you let us know how important is billing and cost explorer while we're learning or during the project? How important is it?
Mhm. Yeah, sure. So as I just told that getting the hands dirty and doing hands-on is really important to learn any technology. And here we are talking about AWS. So for practicing AWS, someone has to have their AWS management console account. And when we use services on AWS account, definitely we get billed because we are using resources from the cloud.
Yeah.
And because of this fear, people they have a hesitation to to play around on the
Mm.
AWS console.
Yeah.
So I want to show a small demo where people can really save their cost
Mm.
by terminating the resources on time and by keeping eye on their expenses and the budgets on the services which they are using.
Great.
I
Great.
think this will be
So
definitely help.
no problem. Yeah. You will share your screen now.
I think we can see the screen.
Okay.
Okay. So this is my AWS Management Console account, as you can see on the screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And on the top, as you can see, if I click on my account name, this is my billing dashboard. So
Okay.
to check your expenses, your monthly expense you are doing on the services, you have to click on the billing dashboard. So this is my uh, billing dashboard, and it is showing monthly wise, like this is last month and this
Okay.
is the current month.
Uh-huh.
Prithvi, is it going fine or
Yeah. Yeah.
we should
Yeah. We
start
are
with
good. No, no, no. We are good. We are good.
now this is a cost explorer. So as you can see, this is a kind of bar graph which shows what you are spending on which service, and
Yeah.
by clicking on the cost explorer we can
Okay.
deep dive here. So I just clicked on the cost explorer,
Okay.
and this will give me other options. Like this is day wise from June 1 to July 15.
Okay.
And if I click on explore cost, it will show me a couple of tabs where I can click on services or region or instance type. So to check, like if I click on the service, so it will
Okay.
show me service wise graph, like the purple color is showing here how much I spent on EC2 instances,
Yeah.
green one is showing about 53. So through this billing dashboard you can keep track of how much you are spending on which service.
Mm-hmm.
And similarly, if you click on region, so because we know that AWS has around 25 regions, so
Yeah.
in which region you are using which kind of service, like this is showing US East North Virginia, and the green one is showing global, yellow one is for US East Ohio, and so on.
Okay.
So through this you will able to get down, you can download the report. So this is about CSV file which you download and you can refer it for your future reference
Okay.
as well. Now there are some other things. So I would like to show you about the budgets. So here budgets means uh, you can set a budget, like if you want to spend $5 or $10 monthly, you don't want to spend more than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can set a budget where you have to click on create budget,
Okay.
and usually recommended is the cost budget. So let's take the default one.
Okay.
And this is about monthly, so we can set a monthly budget, like for the month of July. I want to fix a budget, and we have to enter the amount, like if I say is $10,
Mm-hmm.
so it means my budget is $10, which maximum I want to spend on my
Okay.
AWS console.
Okay.
And this is about a name for the budget, so let's give here July budget.
Can I give like less
And then
than $1? Is there any limitation like less than 10 or
mm,
no such thing?
we can give five also. We can give one
Okay.
also. Less than one, I'm not sure. But yeah, we
Okay,
can give
okay.
one
Yeah.
or any number.
Okay.
Let's let's take 10 here, and then click on the next. Now, as of now, it is showing there are no alerts created. Now, alerts means when I create alerts,
Yeah.
it will send me an email or a message
Okay.
showing that you are almost uh, close to your maximum limit.
Okay.
So here I will click on add an alert threshold. Let me check this. Yeah. So this is about the threshold. Like if I want to set as soon as my 80% of budget is consumed, I
Hmm.
should get an email or a message. So I can put a percentage here like 80 or 90. So 90% means $9 because $10 is my
Yeah.
budget. So it's showing here. And
Okay.
this is optional part. Okay, and then you can specify the email address. Let's put the email address also, and then here next.
Okay. So that
Next,
will generate an email when it reaches 90 percentage of the budget.
yes. So
Okay.
now this window is showing the review, which budget we choose, which
Okay.
is the cost budget details, monthly budget amount is $10, and it will show me the alert when my 90% of cost will be consumed.
Okay.
Create budget. So
All right.
So this is the one we just created,
Mhm.
and it will keep on monitoring the usage of my resources. And as soon as $9 will be consumed, I will get
Okay.
an alert. So
So one
this is
question,
really, yeah.
Shefali, now you
Mhm.
created with root account or which user account you're creating this?
This is root account. So
Root
basically,
account.
billing dashboard. All this is accessible only to the root account.
Okay, okay. But if I am creating a IAM user now, after I create set the budget to $10, it
Mhm.
applies to all the IAM users, whoever under my account, right?
Mm, I'm not sure. I have to
Okay,
check on it.
okay, no problem. Because let's say if this account I create 10 IAM and give it to 10 people, how is that
Uh-huh.
going to distribute the amount, or that's what I'm curious about.
I think that should work for all the M user accounts,
Okay,
but to have be pretty sure, I have to check once on it.
no problem, no problem. Yeah, we can take it offline.
Sure.
Cool. Great. So billing is really important, right? Do you have any experience? People telling that billing has not been monitored, that has reached a certain amount. Have you had such experience? Anybody sharing with you?
Yeah, that's true. Especially from my students, I get when I tell them that you can try this on your console, and then they get fear of that they will be billed.
Yeah.
And this demo, especially, I showed to them also. It's really important, and it's actually uh, good thing
Mhm.
because we should not waste money. That is also true by
Yeah.
special. We should learn definitely, but again, we
Mm.
should be aware of the cost and everything.
Correct. Very true. Very true. I remember when I was learning, I learned with a group of people, four or five. So we shared a single account, and after I think 4 months, we received a bill of about 7,000, and nobody was able, nobody was taking responsibility to pay, and we had to completely quit that account and open a new account. So
That's true. And yeah, same thing happened with me also. When I
okay,
started with my cloud journey, I was doing play around with the AWS console, and I was
yeah,
not knowing much about the budgets.
okay,
And I created the RDS service, which really costed me a lot,
uh-huh.
or almost 5,000 a month. And then
Wow,
later I planned to use budgets always.
yeah, yeah, that's a good option. So setting up budget is really, really important. And yeah, even when I check in courses, YouTube or Coursera, I saw that the first thing they teach is to set a budget so that people don't get surprised after seeing the bill. Yeah,
That's true.
great. That's a very a brief and a clear demo on how billing works, and we all know how crucial is billing. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Great. Now, one last question. So I saw your profile and you have a number of certifications, but those are completely new. What I see is, AWS accredited instructor or authorized instructor, educator. Everything is different. I'm curious to know the difference between those certificate and the usual ones in the market.
Yeah, sure. So the first one I achieved was accredited educator, and this is because my previous organization it got associated with the AWS Academy. So when colleges they got associate with AWS Academy, uh, so the professors in the college who clear
Mhm.
their certification, they get this badge of accredited
Okay.
educator, where they are authorized to teach students now in the college
Oh, okay.
about. Yeah, so this is the first one, and then later I achieved my authorized instructor from AWS, so that is AAI, which
Okay.
is for corporate training. So the difference is it's for corporate trainings, the AAI.
Okay.
Yeah, and the recent one which I achieved, this is about AWS Restart
Yeah.
accredited instructor.
Hmm.
Now, this is a batch I got because I am teaching AWS Restart program with one of the UK client.
Okay.
So it's a different course. Like it's a 12 weeks complete training. For one batch, we train for 12 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a complete different program with fundamentals of Linux, Python databases. So it's not only AWS, but a complete set of all the fundamentals of IT.
Okay. Okay.
So for this particular course, they give the AWS Restart accredited instructor badge.
Great, great. Now, follow-up question on this. If somebody wants to become a trainer, AWS trainer, somebody has a passion towards teaching, they want to
Mhm.
achieve such certifications, how do they approach AWS, or what's the path for that?
Right. So for each of these instructors badge, there are different procedures. Like to become accredited educator, someone has to be a employee of an institute, academic institute,
Okay,
right? And that academic institute has to be associated with AWS Academy.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
That
And
makes
the
sense.
second one, which
Hmm.
is AWS authorized instructor, for this, a person has to get associated with Amazon Training Partners, ATP.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so there are a lot of ATPs in India and across the world actually.
Hmm.
So once the person is associated with the ATP, they
Hmm.
give them opportunity to appear for this AI workshop.
Okay, okay, nice. Got it.
Yeah. Yes, and after
Perfect.
attending this workshop, they
Uh-huh.
have to clear it. So it's actually a complete 3 days training process where
Okay,
you have to give presentations and demos. And once you clear this, then you achieve this badge. And then you are certified and authorized to deliver corporate trainings.
nice. Okay, okay. Great. That's a very interesting field. I am actually passionate towards teaching. I
Mhm.
I really enjoy sharing my knowledge with people. So I will definitely check out all the certifications. I think listeners also, they might be in a stage where they know a lot, but they want to explore in terms of teaching. This information will definitely help. So thank you again.
Sure.
And great. Now we're at the end of the show. I have one last question. You are a teacher, you are a professor, and then you are now a trainer. Do you still
Mhm.
miss being a professor?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Definitely, I miss being a professor. See, it's not only about teaching, but when I was a professor, I used to mentor my students as well.
Mm,
And being a professor means we have a relationship with the student for 4 years because it's a degree course. So
yeah,
uh, we get very attached with the student community when we are a professor. So because in training we have like a 1 week interaction and then we get the new badge. So
yeah.
definitely it's a different world.
Mhm,
um, and it's a respectful profession also. Being a
mm,
professor, the only part is that package and remunerations they are not
mhm.
attractive
Yeah, yeah.
except from the government and highly graded institutes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's really a respectful profession to carry on.
Nice. See, maybe you're not having those set of students for 4 years, but now you have hundreds and thousands of students or candidates who learn from you. And what I really
Yeah.
observed from you is, Shefali, you are really a humble personality and down to earth. Although you know a lot of technical stuff, you
Mhm.
agreed to the show, and I'm really happy that we made the show. And thank you so much. And if you have any final words, we can wrap it up.
Yeah, sure. Even it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, Prithvi, for giving me the opportunity. I really love interacting with people and especially talking on my cloud journey, because I feel that what I have achieved, I would really like to help others also to achieve this. So thanks for giving me the platform to share my experience and my knowledge as well. I'm really grateful for it.
Absolutely, absolutely, Shefali. The reason why I bought you is I am inspired looking at your journey. So you are a professor, and now you are, teaching people, and teaching is not that easy, and teaching technical stuff is not that easy. So definitely, the reason why I brought you to the show is to get inspired. People looking at you, people might be stuck in their journey, balancing their family. It's not easy. So I hope people get inspired looking at the show. So thank you once again. I wish you all the best for your future aspirations.
Sure. Thank you so much, Prithvi. Same
Thank
for
you.
you. Best wishes.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye bye.
IT Hero Podcast Show.